Hey, today is going to be talking about like how to utilize the time you have to grow your business. So this is a really important thing because a lot of people, when you're starting your business, you're either working a full-time job or maybe you're taking care of your kids and really learning how to get the time, to actually do this stuff can be really challenging. So, just going to kind of demonstrate how I get things done. So right now, I'm cooking. I'm cooking some steaks, right? There's a reason why. I'm actually going to be going and surprising my girl with a cooking date. So I'm practicing by cooking some really good stuff, and then we're going to kind of go and surprise my cool new skills I just developed. Now, one thing to note is that a lot of times what happens is that people kind of feel that whatever challenge they're going through, they're the only people on the planet that are facing that same challenge. I hear this a lot, where it's like someone says, oh, hey, I cannot start my business because of XYZ thing. Like, I have kids, right? Or I have to cook dinner for my family. Or, I'm going back to school, right? I hear that a lot. Or I'm studying for some kind of exam. And like, the unfortunate problem is that almost 90% of the things that most of us have that sucks away all of our time are stuff that almost every other person on the planet has as well. Most people have kids, right? Most people who are at least in this space have maybe some sort of degree or they've gone to some sort of higher education or schooling, right? So in a lot of cases, yes, it does take away a lot of your time, but it's not something that's unique to you. So that should be both encouraging because if other people figured out how to, do it while they had these other things kind of going on in their life, that means you're going to be able to figure it out as well. So it's all about just learning how to really best use your time. So, excuse me. Yeah, that's the biggest life lesson I've learned. Because I had one person say they couldn't grow their business because they had to do laundry every day. I was like, you have to do laundry? And they're like, yeah, I don't know if that's unique to me, but I can't grow my business because I have to do laundry every single day, and if I can't do the laundry every single day, then it's just not gonna work. Got some of these little pop things hit my hand. So hopefully it's not too loud. But maybe it is, maybe it's not. So the recipe I'm using is some olive oil in the pan. It's like a stone pan. And then from there, I lathered the steak with a bunch of sea salt. Gonna cook that for about 2 minutes. A little bit of a thicker kind of steak than what I usually would do. Usually I would do more, I like ribeye, which, ribeye is a little bit more flat. So if I either use a George Foreman grill or I started using this stone kind of saucepan recently for a cooking steak. So, kind of experimentation to see if I can actually cook for real. So, yeah, that's one dish I like having. I usually don't have a lot of steak because it hurts my stomach. But, in recent times I've been whatever, let's just do it. I have no appointments today on the calendar. So, it's if I have a stomach ache, it's not a big deal. I love these gummy bear things, or fruit snacks. They are 70 calories per fruit snack bag. So that's, pretty good. Right now I'm currently doing about 22 to 2,300 calories a day because I'm I'm in a cut, so I'm losing weight. So, just kind of one of those things. Today, I bought a new gold coin because one of our students hit 10K per month recently. So I was buying a new one. So I have to kind of get them all organized on my table, right? So I like to, these are cases where I put them in. and then I have to like go get them out to like the safe, which I keep off site. So, you know, I like to kind of prepare and just like have it at the house to kind of like get everything ready. And then when I'm ready to kind of ship it off to the storage place, then I ship it off, you know? So kind of tricky when you have like stuff like gold and stuff like that. Cause I mean, it's like, you can't just keep it just lying around like, you know, what you can for other things. So, one sec. Yeah, I like this stove as well. I got it, it's an LG stove. I got it probably about like 3 months ago. So it's been pretty good so far. So yeah. And I got just a little bottle of wine, Flora Springs, Holy Smoke, from 2019. I obviously haven't used it yet, so maybe soon. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's one thing I'm doing. I'm getting into a lot more just kind of like adventure stuff, like, you know, my bow and arrows. So I have one bow and arrow in the corner, I have another one under the couch. So I got to start practicing with those more consistently. The weather's starting to get a little bit better too in Michigan. Not great, because I guess yesterday was 60 degrees, and today it's back to like 27. So it's kind of up and down. We're starting to kind of break out of that winter kind of holding pattern. But, you know, this year, one thing I didn't do enough of until it was a little bit later. Whoop. You go. I didn't go travel enough this winter. Or I traveled, but just not long enough, right? So this last vacation, I did it for about 5 days. I should have gone for probably a little bit longer, if I'm being honest with you. But I had some different doctor's appointments I had to kind of get back in town for. So that's one thing that, you know, I'm probably going to go back out in a couple of days/week, and this time I might stay between, you know, 7 to probably like 15 or 7 to 20 days. Just kind of depends. I think what I might do is I might just kind of get a one-way ticket out there, and then I'll just like book the flight back when I'm ready to come back. Haven't quite locked down the plan for what that looks like yet. We'll see. So this specific cut is a petite sirloin. So, you know, as the name suggests, it's like a small sirloin steak. It's kind of cool because it actually has like the shelf of like fat. So I cut off the shelf of fat, and now I'm able to kind of like, you know, mix it. And what I'm doing is I'm doing about 1 minute of each side. So in since it's kind of like cut like almost like in a rectangle. So it's like this way and then like this way. So it's like each side can actually be done for 1 minute at a time. And it cooks all the way through a little bit better, I think. And then the outside looks like it has a really good kind of coating. I finally got to like the kind of, you know, brownish kind of consistency that I would like it to be. Let's see. Hopefully you can see it. So that should be good. Let me take it off the pot, I should take it off the heat, put a little bit of butter inside of it. I'm going to put a little bit of butter. I'm also going to put a little bit of garlic. I don't have garlic clovers today, so I only have the garlic powder. So, you know, one of those things where when you don't have everything you need, sometimes you got to improvise. An improvisation master, you know? Again, it's very similar to starting your own business. It's like sometimes you don't have every single thing perfect. Sometimes the stuff that you do want to have is just not quite ready or just, you know, not there. So it's like you can't just, you know, stop and do nothing. You got to move forward with your business and try and do the best you possibly can in life. That's it. That's all we have. All we have is our resourcefulness, our skill sets, a little bit of money. That never hurt nobody. It has hurt some people, but it doesn't hurt most people. You know what I mean? Let me try a piece of this fat. Wow. A little too salty. I think it's better at the perfect amount of salt on that. But wow. That fat is fatty. Wow, that's good. Wow, that's really good. I guess I'm doing better. Oh, wow. Wow. And then, wow. That's so good. That's so fucking good. I don't think I've had a steak that actually tasted that good. And, like, that's not even the expensive one. Out of all the steaks that were there, it wasn't even, like, the most expensive one. Once I actually have to weigh my food before I can eat it. So, I gotta get my food, put it on a plate, and then see exactly, like, how much is what am I eating, like, how much is actually, like, weigh. That's key. I might start fitness stuff as I keep losing more and more weight. This is a little bleedy, but it's okay. Sometimes you gotta have some stuff that bleeds a little bit. It might be a little too rare. What I might do is let me put it back on for a little bit, and I might just let it kind of like simmer a little bit. Yeah, that's one thing. Might just let it simmer. The outside looks really good. Just the inside. Not terrible. It was a 2.57. About 3 ounces of steak. Yeah, about 3 ounces. Not terrible, but like I don't like it super rare. But whatever. Not bad. The fat, that was way better. On the actual steak itself. Whatever. I gotta go buy some more, you know? My big thing is I gotta go buy some more, so I'm gonna have to go drive around my little car real quick. Yesterday, when it was 60 degrees, I put it in sports mode. Oh my gosh. I love that car in sports mode. Like the way the engine just makes like this whirling sound. It's like, and it's like, it's just crazy, man. Like I used to have a Camry. Actually, no. The first car I had was it was a Volvo V70. It was like a station wagon, and like it was I think it was like a V6, and it wasn't like, but it was like it made some noise when you were trying to go. Then I went to like a newer Camry model. Like it was new to me at the time. It was like a 2011, so at the time it was new. I had that car until about 2022. Then at that point it was just, you know, a lot of, some people say like cars are like certain cars are meant to like be driven for like, you know, 100,000, 200,000 miles. In my opinion, it's like certain things just kind of like, you know, break down after a while. So it's like, yes, it can go, you know, it has the ability to kind of get to that, you know, 100,000, 200,000 plus miles. But like I had about 100. I think, let's say like 130, 140,000 miles on it, and it was just ready to go. Okay, so the inside's not really getting that much more cooked, so I'm just going to cut it up and just put it directly on the fire. So we'll see. Yeah, it's just bleeding a lot, so I don't like it bleeding that much. I'm not a carnivore. I'm not an animal. Can't just eat like the lifeblood out of it directly. I think some people can, like, you know what I mean? Because it's not that it's like poisonous because it's like bleeding. You know what I mean? But it's, you know, in my opinion, I just don't like the thought of eating the actual blood itself. To each their own, I guess. You know. Cool. Talk to you in a minute.